Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share with you how I'm going to decorate my Christmas tree this year. I got a lot of inspiration off of Pinterest. I'd actually already decorated it and then was like, you know what? I want to do this right. I don't want to just blow through it and do it quickly. I love to decorate. I love to be creative. Let's like revamp this. Let's make a video out of it and have a lot of fun. And so I hope that you enjoy it, learn some new stuff, and maybe tweak your own tree. We'll get started with some of the stuff that I'm going to be using on the tree. And so first off, I'm going to be going and adding something I've never done before. And so I'm going to be using these oranges, same dried oranges I used on the wreath, I'm going to be using on the tree. And so I've got the lemons, the limes, I can't remember the other one, but I got some of those in here. I also went ahead and got some just full-on cinnamon sticks, and so I would have gotten more. However, this is all they had left. So I'm going to be trying those out. I think it'll give it a nice smell as well as look really beautiful. So what I'm doing here is I am creating some little ornaments. So I'm putting the wire through, so then those two stick together, and then I'm just going to wrap that around in a little loop, and then I've got an orange cinnamon stick ornament. The other natural ingredient I'm going to be using is going to be pine cones. So I have a whole bag of these. I used a couple of them on the wreath as well, and then I'm going to be using the rest on the tree. I think it'll just help give that natural touch and just make it feel really cozy as well. And then lastly, I have some baby's breath. And so I thought this was a nice, affordable way to add some flowers to your tree, and also a little more subtle than adding some big leafy flowers. And so I saw this on someone's Pinterest, and I thought it was a cool idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of these shorter into little bunches, and that way I can kind of put them throughout the tree. And then when they dry, it'll be perfect. So these dry typically pretty well, so I think that won't be a problem at all. So with me, I also have some ornaments that I'm going to be using for the tree. So not only are we going to put those natural things on the tree, but we're also going to have the classic Christmas ornaments. I don't love to have a lot of ornaments on the tree, and I'm not someone that needs all the ornaments to match, but I like them to be intentional, so not tacky. And I love something that is unique, maybe a little vintage, a little natural, something like that. So to start us off, I have a box of ornaments, and they're themed the 12 days of Christmas. And so my mom got these, I think from a resale store, but they remind me of Anthropologie, which is why I love them. They're also different. They're colorful, but kind of muted colors. And so for example, if I bring out the second day, right here, it has on it the number, and then it says like the second day, and then 2 turtle doves. So it just kind of goes along with the sweet song for that. And so I'll be putting those throughout the tree. That way there's still color and bright, but there's a little bit of a theme. It's not too here and there. And then I would say 2 of my favorite personal ornaments. I'll start with this one. This is a little camping stove I found at a resale store a while back. A little frying pan. I just love it. And so this was Blake and my first ornament. I remember getting it at a resale store when we first were dating, being like, Blake, look, it's our first ornament. Don't you love it? And we truly do. It still is our favorite ornament. The second ornament that I personally really love is an ornament that Blake's mom gave us last year, and it is the nativity scene, but it's all in wood. And so I think it just gives a really nice natural look, and it also is a reminder of the whole point of the Christmas season. I love vintage stuff. I just think that there's something to be said about just the beauty of some vintage stuff and the uniqueness of it. And it's just classic. And so something that is my favorite part of our Christmas tree is our topper. And so this is one of our vintage toppers. Looks like a spear, like a weapon, I promise. It's just the Christmas topper. And I just think it's so beautiful. I would recommend if you want to have a tree that stands out, personalized to you, go to a resale store, go look online on eBay or something, find something that is really beautiful and old and unique, and it'll just really help your tree stand out and give it some personality. As for garland, I think garland is really fun. I don't believe it was something I did growing up, and so I think now that we have our own tree, it's something that I've really enjoyed getting to do. So I have two types of garland here. One, it's like in this huge container, are these gold beads. And I've seen people like drape them along the tree, and I think that gives, again, a really unique vintage look. And so I'm really excited to put these on the tree this year. 66 feet worth of them, so we've got a lot. And then the other thing is something I used last year on our tree, and this is garland from Trader Joe's. I think it really gives a unique texture because it's like wool garland, and it's large, so it does stand out, but it doesn't stand out too much and dominate your tree, so I think it's a good combination. I'm going to be using the white this year. I think I'm going to go with a white themed tree because we're going to have a couple different aspects of other things. I think the white will be a nice just baseline for the tree. And so that brings me to our lights. So these are the lights we're going to be using, just generic Christmas tree lights. But what I like about these ones in particular, when going with a white light, ones that have a warm tone to them. I don't like the ones that look bright as snow. I like the ones that are a little yellowish. And so these will be really nice for our base. And to finish it off, we always need a tree skirt. And so what I have here is this tree skirt that I actually made. So I sewed this all together last year with all of this excess scrap fabric that I had lying around, and so it's just little triangles, just long triangle shapes that allowed me to utilize most of the fabric and not waste a lot of fabric since they're all different shapes and sizes, and end up with a really beautiful kind of vibrant tree skirt. And I think it looks classic. I think my favorite part of it are these little cats, Christmas cats. I adore Christmas cats. But yeah, that was a good way for me to utilize all these Christmas fabric scraps that weren't large enough to do much with, but were too cute to get rid of. Thank you for joining me as I decorate my Christmas tree. I love the flowers. I think those are probably my favorite touch to the tree. It almost looks like snow on it. I think that the rustic oranges with the pine cones and the cinnamon sticks, I think those add a nice, really natural vibe. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in the mountains or in a little cottage. Overall, I like it. I think next year I would do something a little different, but I had fun exploring it this year, and I think my favorite part definitely was the flowers. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.